Hey there, it's Chris Beltran, and today I wanted to talk about how to really master your visual vibe. So, in order to do that, you want to have or you want to put together a branding board or brand guidelines. And this is an example that I put together for Devin Dubois. And I'm just going to go over quickly what's included in a branding board. So, first, you just want to have your identity, and you want to have two versions. All black version and a color version. This allows you to, if you're you can actually invert this to white if you're on a dark background, or if you're on a light background, you can have just plain black. Now as we move down here, we're looking at the color palette, and you'll see that there's a few different numbers beneath the colors. Now this is important for a designer because we can quickly get this color by just copying and pasting that number into Photoshop or Illustrator, whatever program that we're using, to quickly get that color that you specifically need for your brand. And you definitely want to have specific colors. You just don't want to have an aqua. You want a specific color, or a fuchsia. You want that specific color that aligns with your brand so that everything looks consistent. So remember, just to keep these numbers, either your designer can do this or you can actually in Photoshop color drop this, and you can get that exact. We can actually do that. So here's the color drop, boom, and now here's that number right here. So as we move down, let's go look over your textures. Now textures are important because most brands have a few different textures that they utilize throughout their branding. And as we go down this branding board, I'll show you exactly what we're doing with the textures. Now on the right, you'll look at the typefaces, and these are just the fonts, the different style fonts. And you want to have at least 3, or actually at the maximum 3. You don't want to go too crazy and have 10 different fonts. So again, we want to keep this consistent. We want to keep your visual vibe consistent. And so different fonts actually give a certain vibe, kind of give a certain feeling. So as you and your designer go through the different types of fonts, you want to make sure that they give the certain type of feeling that you're trying to project within your brand. Now, as we go down here, these are all the elements put together. So we got the colors, the fonts, and now we even include the textures. So as you can see, once you have all these elements on your brand boards, it's easier to produce content that's aligned with your visual vibe. It's going to give that feeling that your brand is giving off, and it's going to be consistent, and that's all you want to do. So I'll see you in the next video.